We are live.
Good morning, Disney. Hello and welcome. Tuesday, November 24th. If you're here live, I appreciate it. If you're watching on the replay, thank you also. Hashtag Team Replay in the chat. Had a conversation on one of my YouTube informational sites. Good friend of mine, Rob Balsabas, who works for TubeBudy. He's got a, like I do, has a Slack workspace where a lot of us can have conversations. We had an interesting little small conversation about, do you optimize your live streams for replay? And the conversation was happening, and I just dove in and I said, hey, we got quite a few people on my team replay, our team replay. So if that's you, thank you very much. Let's say hi to everybody in chat who is here live. Bloomin' Cheese and first one in here. Good morning all to you. I was setting up the stream about 25 minutes ago, popped in here, and boom, you were here. So if you're still here, thank you so much. Francisco in the house. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member of the channel. Jackie from RVing to Disney. Did I talk to you about her clock about 4 days ago on her Instagram?
No.
I don't think you were home when I saw it, and I meant to. I just thought of it right now. My mom's here. Hello, my mom. All Disney Guide info and blog. What a great name. Welcome in. Glad you're here. By the way, if any of you are here for the first time, I appreciate it. Please smash the subscribe button if we don't scare you away. Jay Skywalker still has a better last name than me. Jennifer White, hello to you. Welcome in. I'm so happy everybody's here. We missed yesterday. It's going to be a fun week. It's going to be a laid-back week with Thanksgiving, at least here at our home. I hope it is at your place too. Like to talk to everybody about their Thanksgiving plans in the chat, but I'd also like to talk about a bunch of Disney things, but we might just do one today. The great and powerful, not Oz, Joe Rohde announced his retirement yesterday. If you don't know who Joe Rohde is, we're going to talk about him here in a minute. If you're a Disney nut like us, you know who he is.
I was like, oh no, what are they going to do?
I know, right? It's one of the markers on my testing if you're a Disney nerd or not. Like if you know, it's okay if you don't. We're going to explain it to you right now. If you know who Joe Rohde is, you are 27 levels past normal and are a Disney nut like us.
Usually, yeah.
And if you don't, you still might be a huge Disney fan. But I know there's something wrong with your neural passenger.
Well, I mean, now more people, because of Disney Plus, more people are going to know.
That's very true. Very good point.
Like so dove in like we are, because he's on a lot of their shows.
There's three levels. There's you know who Joe Rohde is, you know the guy with the weird earring in Disney, or you never heard of him. So where are you? I'm guessing most of you are like me. We learned a thing by accident the other day.
What?
Lynn's in the shower.
Oh, okay.
The whole thing. Hey, Lynn. What's going on? Sherry, awesome stuff. Sherry, no joke. I was just thinking about you in the last minute or three walking in here to set up. The stock market's going nuts, my darling. Sherry, I hope you bought into Norwegian and Carnival. One of the two is up 10% just today. By the way, on that talk, no Disney here. Bitcoin, it's time, people. It is time. I made 20% last night from like 2 in the morning until 8 in the morning. So if you're interested in that, email me. I'll give you some links for some free stock for you.
Stock talk with Dole
Stock
Whip.
talk with the animated investor. I haven't been putting a lot on there, but I will. But anyway, that's nothing that we're talking about here. Joe Rohde, well, there you go. All Disney Guide info. Perfect timing. He is a living legend. Well, let's talk about it. I mean, when you think, I'm going to pull it up. Hey, LSU mom, how are you? Hey, Mar, what's going on, my friend? Honestly, Paula, when you think of Joe Rohde, what's the first thing you think of while I pull up my
First
info?
thing I think of is Pandora.
Yeah.
You know, all of that. That was kind of one of his babies, and it's amazing. And watching the documentary of them making that and him talking about like what was going on in his head while they were creating it.
You know, my first and only so far 5K, Run Disney, I should say. My first run Disney, not my first 5K. My first and only so far run Disney was my favorite Animal Kingdom event ever. We boy, what time was it? I don't even know. Me and my daughter ran.
Got up at 2 in the morning.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
Do that run.
and it was, you know, I'm not a morning person at all. And we're going about our business, and we were in like stall, I don't know. Let's say there's 100 stalls. We must have been in stall 125. Like we were at the bare. People were already finished and done with the race before we even started.
That's crazy.
It was nuts. And so we were there way too early. Now it was great. You know, the event was, we took pictures. We were in the parking lot at Animal Kingdom. We took pictures. It was a great event. Great event. But then there was this 2 or maybe 3 hour lull of, we're in a parking lot. There's nothing to do.
And it was dark.
It was dark. That's right. And I'm starting to think, what is this? Was this worth our time, you know? And then boom, we do the run. And the run is fun, but the first, I don't know, it was only 5K. So the first 2K, I don't know, 1.5 of the K was in the parking lot. And that's, you know, it's a little bit uphill, it's a little boring. And then boom, you walk in, you jog into Animal Kingdom. And then you make the left and you make the left. And all of a sudden it gets really tight. And for the first time in my life, I was in Pandora. The lights were on, the ground was lit up, the waterfall was flowing. Like, I'm not a crier, but I could have cried. It was like I was on another planet, and that was 100% because of Joe Rohde. You know, I remember too, I've talked about this before, it's funneled. There's a couple spots that it's only, you know, the pathway is only maybe 4 wide, maybe 6 wide at the most. Well, there's way more people than that.
Yeah.
Like, the 5K is it's packed. So which was good for a slow fat man like me. So there's plenty of points where we go, and you had to stop running, which, thank you, Lord, that's what I needed. Speaking of Lynn from the Lynn Project, who's training to be like a triathlete superstar or something all of a sudden. I love it. Good for you. But anyway, it really tight, you know, right there by what's the little food place outside of Pandora we like? Doesn't matter. On your entry into Pandora, it really tightened up because there's so many people. And then it made me slow down. And so all of a sudden we're in a massive herd of people, but we're all walking. And I had no desire to start going in because I was just looking up and looking down and the noises. And he gave me that experience. He 100% gave me that experience. My favorite ride pre-Avatar, pre the Star Wars land, was Expedition Everest for quite some time. That's his. Now, to be honest, the first thing I thought about when I heard he was retiring yesterday, where was I? I think I was getting some coffee or whatever. Whatever I was doing, I saw it on my phone and I went, Bigfoot.
Oh,
the Yeti. He's promised he would fix the Yeti.
He was gonna fix it. He can't go until he fixes it.
He promised he would fix the Yeti. He promised. Nomad Lounge. Thank you, Lynn. Yeah, Nomad Lounge. And he didn't. And apparently it's an engineering feat that's going to cost quite a bit of money and shut the thing down for quite a bit of time. And so I doubt they ever will now, honestly. But I'll forgive him. Expedition Everest alone, if that was the only thing he ever did, he'd be a Disney legend, right? Like, if you only made pirates, right? Oh, if he just did Pandora. Oh, if he just was the lead Imagineer and creative director of Aulani in Hawaii. I know I'm way behind in chat. I mean, what's the thing? Pandora, Expedition Everest, Aulani. You know, you look all across the Animal Kingdom, all across Animal Kingdom. I mean, just the artifacts that he put in Expedition Everest queue alone would make him a legend in my mind.
That is an amazing queue.
What will you miss most about Joe Rohde's? I mean, I guess we don't miss it, but what do you?
Well, I mean, it would be the next thing. Like,
that's exactly right.
Wait, you're not done.
That's such a good point. That's such a good point. We don't get his next thing. Show over. That was exactly perfect. That was the best thing to say. Let me get caught up in chat, then we'll talk about a little Joe Rohde. I'll read a little bit about him, and we'll talk about him together. I feel like I'm way behind in chat. He's Olivia.
Hello.
There we go. Happy retirement, Joe Rohde, says LSU mom. Surf Bum in the house. Good morning. I made 25% of the market today on OEG. Yeah, I'm doing well too. I'm doing well. Today's a good day. All Disney Guide info and blog. Yeah, it's Bitcoin, the cruise stocks, Disney. Yeah, it's a good day. It's a good day. And by the way, you should still be buying. I do think it'll be a little dump in December, as there always is for people taking profits.
Right.
But I was Dow 30K. It's going to be today. It's going to be today or this week. It'll be before the end of 2020. I don't want to make this show about that, but yeah, it's going to be good. Please don't retire, said to Joe. I started following Joe Rohde when they announced Pandora was coming. Yeah, I don't know when he came onto the scene for me. I can tell you it was the crazy earring.
Yeah, that's what first caught.
But he was already a star before that.
Yeah, he was.
I think of Epcot and Mexico Pavilion, great one, when he got hired. And I also think of Aulani and the Lighthouse Point, good ones. Yep. Everybody's saying hi, Nomad Lounge. Yeah, the Run Disney events are awesome. Ran the January 2020 half marathon that ran through Magic Kingdom. So cool to run down Main Street. Yeah, some of you know, if you're a veteran of my channel, you know that pay attention to things I love. Pat Flynn is one of the things that I love. Pat Flynn is Southern California entrepreneur, internet I don't know. He's just an entrepreneur, and he teaches his stuff. The income stream, he's on day like 255 straight. Every day he goes live and shares his info. He's a coach, frankly, and actually talked to his assistant yesterday through email. Anyway, it doesn't matter. He's a Disney fan. I'm proud to say when I pop in his chats, the conversation will, on occasion, not always, but on occasion, I move the needle a little bit towards Disney. And yesterday I did, and I did whatever, and he talked about his experience running in-run Disneys, and he's a big Disney nut. And anyway, why am I telling you that? I don't know. He was a partner at the Mexico Pavilion, or a painter in the Mexico Pavilion in Epcot. I did not know that. Is that cool? Or is that true? Cool. That's so cool. Straight from Wikipedia, let's just talk about it. Joe Rohde, veteran executive, Walt Disney Imagineer, division of the Walt Disney Company that designs and builds Disney theme parks and resort hotels. What a cool gig, right? Rohde's formal title is executive designer and vice president creative. Born in Sacramento, he went to Chaminade College. Why do I say that? Mom, are you still here? Chaminade College, Canoga Beach. Buddy or Matt or Buddy. I don't know, one of my cousins went there. He received his bachelor's degree from Occidental in LA. If you're Southern California like us, you know where that is. Rohde's trademark is his large collection of earrings he wears in his left ear. It hurts my ear sometimes to see. I'm like, it's so down low.
It's very tribal looking.
It's very, yeah. I know it doesn't hurt, but it looks like it would hurt. I don't like pain. It
doesn't hurt. It just stretches.
It hurts my ear. I don't
think it goes back after it's been pulled like that.
My ear still hurts that I'm thinking about it right now. Rohde just said that, all of which are souvenirs from decades of travel to remote corners of the world. This tradition began when he stuck his 5-year anniversary pin into his ear. I did not know that.
Oh my goodness.
That's so fun. I did not know that.
Ouch. That would hurt.
Yeah, Animal Kingdom and Wilderness Lodge too, says Lynn. Exactly. Which we still haven't stayed at yet. Where we became DVC.
Right.
Career at Walt Disney Imagineering. Rohde's the lead designer of Disney's Animal Kingdom. My second favorite park is Animal Kingdom. I mean, if you take Disneyland out, okay, so that's my third. Disneyland, right? It's because it's Disneyland.
Right.
Then Epcot, because have you been to Epcot?
Not my
World Showcase alone. And then Animal Kingdom. You want to argue?
That's not my list. So you can just keep it.
Anyway, principal creative force behind the park's Expedition Everest. Again, one of my favorite rides. My favorite ride for years, which debuted in 2006. He was the lead designer behind Disney Vacation Club property Aulani in Oahu, Hawaii. That's a lot of vowels. Right?
Yeah.
He was chosen for the role because of his experience with the island and its native people. Having grown up in Hawaii, born in Sacramento, he grew up in Hawaii. Good life. By the way, I've been to Sacramento. Hawaii's
way better.
Rohde joined Imagineering in 1980 during the development of Epcot. There we go. As a model designer and a scenic painter for the theme park's Mexico Pavilion, which is cool because my grandpa was a painter too. Not in Mexico, in Africa and India, I guess, right?
Jungle Cruise.
And... he later worked as a designer on the refurbishment of Fantasyland at Disneyland, which was a spectacular refurb. The Captain EO 3D film, which I miss. I love Captain EO.
That's fun.
Angelica Houston. When I do this, guys, that's what I'm doing. What else? Where did I go? The Norway Pavilion at Epcot and the Adventurers Club, a 1930s theme bar and lounge that opened in 1989 within the Pleasure Island Entertainment District at Walt Disney World Resort. For me, I think that's when Hitchhiking Bones, he really moved towards what I love, the, I don't know what to call it. It's like Wild Animal Park. For us, that the genre, the theming, the Expedition Everest, the Cali River Rapids, the Animal Kingdom, the Adventurers Club is very jungle cruisy.
Yeah,
I love it. I mean, I never got to go. I love the lore of it. I love the merch of it. I love the video or the photos of it, stuff like that. By the way, if you want more information on that, my buddy Triple P, Josh, got some great videos along those lines. Anyway, Rohde was featured in an April 2006 Travel Channel documentary titled Expedition Everest: Journey to the Sacred Lands. The program was produced by Disney Networks during expeditions to China and Nepal in 2005 called Mission Himalayas. The treks were sponsored by Discovery, Disney, and some other people to promote the Expedition Everest theme park attraction and to conduct scientific and cultural research remote areas of Himalayas. He actually brought a lot of the stuff, he and the team brought a lot of the stuff back, and it's in the queue. Some of that stuff that's in the queue is real. That's awesome.
Well, it's part of that experience.
I'm guessing a lot of people in this chat know that.
I mean, that's how he could make it feel like you're actually there.
Mm-hmm.
bringing back all that stuff and then just recreating what he just experienced.
Yeah, exactly. One of my favorite things is this. He served as the model for Harrison Hightower, owner of the fictional Hightower Hotel, which houses the Tower of Terror attraction at Tokyo Disney Sea outside of Tokyo. Mm-hmm. After designing Aulani in Hawaii, Rohde was tasked with creating Pandora, the world of Avatar. Hey, Joe, why don't we have you create Pandora, where people can really walk through? And his answer was, okay. Amazing.
With floating mountains.
Floating mountains.
Yeah.
I remember when they were talking about building this, and I'm like, and they specifically talked about the floating mountains of Pandora, whatever they call them.
Right.
And I'm like, what? I cannot. What are they going to do? And they did it.
I remember being there when they were actually building them. And do you remember the big cranes holding them up? And I was like, how?
There was a whole
are
couple.
they doing that?
My gosh, like a decade really of, all right, we're looking over to look at Pandora. Okay, we're looking over to see Star Wars.
Yeah.
Quite amazing. Sorry. More recently, Rohde led the team that transformed the former Tower of Terror at Disneyland California Adventure into Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout, which I think is his last big thing, right? The attraction opened in May 2017. This new project is part of the expansion of his role as global creative leader of the Marvel property. That's true. I forgot about that. So Marvel will be his last thing. Hey, T. Marie. Hey, Katrina.
It's not open yet, right?
No, it's about to be.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing.
But I mean, it's not finished.
It should have been open by now, but
right.
I don't think that's right. On December 23rd, 2020, Joe announced his retirement, effective January 4th, 2021. I know somebody who just may be there. We're going to either be there right up until that, or we're leave right before. I don't know the
like the second, I think.
Okay, so we're leaving a couple days before that, but I might just stay.
Okay.
All right. And then you know how I love these buttons. If there's a Joe Rohde's last day button. Like, how many people will be at the Animal Kingdom? How many people will be at the DVC resort? How many, both in Aulani and in Animal Kingdom? How many people will be there for that last day to celebrate him? I bet a bunch. I would be there if I lived there. I just think it's amazing. What's your favorite thing? I want to know in chat. What's your favorite thing that he did for us? You know, when I go to Disney, I think, thank you, Walt, for creating this amazing company that does these amazing things that I can break. Well, my grandkids now. I brought my wife on our wedding. Well, no, on our
the next day.
Yeah,
our honeymoon.
Our honeymoon. There, that's a hard word I couldn't think of.
We got married, then we went.
We made a choice to start our marriage with the family. Hey, anybody who wants to come to go to Disney. That's how important it was to us. I don't know, 20 years or 25 years ago. And it still is. Now it's about bringing my kids, which I haven't done yet. I can't wait.
December.
That's been such a huge part of my life. Let's be real. I mean, I'm happy. I'd be happy if there's no Disney. But Walt created that. Joe Rohde deserves every bit of that too. I mean, he has created so much joy for Jeff Bates and his family. That's me. Hi, I'm Jeff. And you. It's like, he should be proud.
Oh, I'm sure he is. He's
like, I love what we do. I love our career. I'm proud of our career. We get to do what we do, blah, 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 blah. But the feeling of, like, we don't make that many people happy. Like, my gosh, that's another level, right? Like, can you imagine just standing above, like, I don't know, standing above the line at Expedition Everest, maybe, and watching all the people come off his ride. Maybe he could stand in that shop and watch people come off the ride and they go look at their pictures. Like, think of the pride he must feel. That's
cool.
I don't know. I love it. I love that stuff so much. Everybody saying hi to everybody. Everybody saying hi to Tommy. What's going on, Tommy? Yeah, guys, if you're in green, thank you. You're a member of the channel. I really, really, really appreciate it. If you don't know what that is, they support me and the family and the channel a little bit every month, and they get to be in green. They get highlighted in the chat. They get access to a couple emojis, and they get a usually weekly. Only missed one, I think, since we started it. Weekend Zoom party. Usually Fridays, sometimes Saturdays.
Zoom parties.
Yeah, it's fun.
Thanks to 2020.
I used to call it a Zoom call.
Get to Zoom party.
Yeah, Emma. I think Emma said it's a Zoom party. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
Zoom party. Thank you, Lynn. Yeah, Pandora was my favorite he created. I think sitting in Nomad Lounge, it's really a Joe Rohde experience, right? Like, it's what I like about his style is very, again, like we call it Wild Animal Park. We have giraffes and we have, like, that store in Mombasa Marketplace is my jam, and it's your jam too.
For sure.
And that's him, right? Thank you, Lynn.
It's the cultural stuff. It's just very cultural, leaning heavy to Africa.
Yes.
India.
You know, and yeah, I was going to say Expedition Everest is more India, but
no, I'm saying our style.
Yeah.
We have a lot of.
I just love, I don't know. I mean, it's different, but it's the same in a, I don't know why. It's hard to explain. I know it's a different continent. I know it's different cultures, but like Mombasa Marketplace and you walk outside and they're playing the drums. I love that.
I could stay all day.
I could too.
Totally stay all day.
Well, it's good because it's that park, because usually there's a time where you need a break, right? It's so hot there. You know, and Kilimanjaro Safari and Cali River Rapids. Like, I've had such fun days there that would not have happened without him. I've had such fun days just in Pandora. He deserves a thank you. Like, we should all be sending him a thank you card. And I might, by the way.
Yes. Things are falling.
I might have done a Christmas card or two yesterday. I've got a lot of mail to send.
Wow. Uh-oh.
Were you here when she announced that she would be in charge of the mail? I was here.
The only little part you're missing is you had to give me the addresses.
Oh, so you didn't
can't be in charge of it unless you give me their information. I did mean it, but I don't have their information. It has to magically come from you.
Oh, Disney Guide info and blog. Oh, thank you. So watch the member video and look. I appreciate that. It really is. It's a blessing to us. I appreciate that. Joe would see us wiping the drool off of our faces every time we got off Everest, laughing so hard. Right? That is such a great experience. What's better than laughing with you, laughing with my daughter? Oh, let's go look at what we looked at when we saw the Yeti or whatever. It's when we see the Yeti when they take a picture. Right? I love that Yeti, like Disco Yeti with the strobe light. I wish he moved. I never saw him move. You know, one of my favorite things, I don't like heights very much. And that first ascension, ooh, big word usage.
When you get to the top.
But you look out over how flat, by the way. Well, Central Florida is. I don't mean how far we see, and I'm like
Texas.
The Imagineering to get us to not have to see the top. They don't want us to see the top of the attractions. Mm-hmm. So they planned it so well. And then you get to the top, and the tracks are broken, and then. Like, I'm still not sure if you go upside down. Like, that ride is so amazing. Like, that first time, I didn't know what to expect. I knew nothing about the ride other than the look of it. But then when you fly down backwards and you're in the dark and everybody's screaming, oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. I'm not sure you'd want to see that. I bet he would love it. We always thank Joe Rohde for Animal Kingdom 2. His influence is unmistakable. So true. So true. That vibe is the best. Yeah, Africa Pandora World Showcase. Yes, at night. Oh, I love World Showcase. And I didn't realize he started in the Mexico Pavilion. That's pretty cool.
That's fun.
And I'm not surprised he was in Norway. I don't know. He's an artist. I love Disney artists. I've got that creepy cat looking at me right now. Anyway, I collect Disney art. I'm gonna have to get something that's Joe Rohde. Like, I don't know. Maybe he'll do something. No. These earlobes will stay puncture free unless.
Look, you've got lots of space. You can have it stretch way down.
I mean,
we could go traveling.
If you had sexy earlobes like I have, you wouldn't mess with them. When God gives you perfection.
The Italian.
Have you seen my nose?
Yeah, I have.
You're welcome. Joe's Instagram feed is incredible. It is incredible. I agree. In honor of Joe, you should get an earring. 0% possibility of that, Tommy. 0%. Like, there's what are more things that are more likely than me getting an earring? I get eaten by a murder hornet.
We take a lot of them.
I have pickles on my sandwich this afternoon.
No.
I start self-identifying as a cat. None of these things will be happening. Anyway, there you go. Do you guys want to get to the Disney news and stuff? Let me know what your favorite Joe Rohde thing is. There is some Disney news to get to, but I wanted to make today about Joe Rohde. Any last thoughts on Joe Rohde, Paula, before we move on?
That's pretty big Disney news. I mean, who's taking his place? Have they announced that yet?
27 people.
Yeah.
Right?
It's going to take a whole team.
No one. Right. No one can do what he can do. You know, it's like, I know it's different circumstances, but when the what is his name? When the leader of Pixar got in a little trouble with being inappropriate, and now he's left us. Oh my gosh, what is his name? It's going to drive me crazy.
The leader of Pixar.
I don't remember his name. John Lasseter. We lost John Lasseter to his stupid decisions, and they let him go. And they may bring him back at some point. Who knows? But the influence of some of the top. It's like, what would it be like without Mark Davis? What would it be like without some of the greats? Marty Sklar. You never know. Like, it's an impossible thing to know. Jeff doesn't like needles. He doesn't. Why are we talking about that? I hate needles.
Piercing your ear.
Oh yes, back to the ears. Yes.
I have some. We have Disney pins though. You could
They don't usually
your
pierce
earlobe. You could decorate your earlobe with Disney pins.
No. Let me see. What else do you want to talk about? This is kind of interesting. It's from Fox News, but I did see this everywhere. If you're interested, we will go to a little Disney news and stuff. Disney World cast member stops the entire ride after guest takes off mask, witnesses say. You don't need to wear Mickey ears, but the mask is a must-have. A Walt Disney World ride operator reportedly stopped Tomorrowland's Carousel of Progress after a guest took off their mask during the show, refusing to restart the attraction until the visitor's face covering was replaced.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
Strict.
This is crazy. What are the odds of this? Alyssa, I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but we know Alyssa. She's been on my show. We love Alyssa. She's at the parks right now. I saw her Instagram this morning. Who was on the ride at the time, had first detailed the incident in an article she wrote for the Inside the Magic, a news outlet and blog covering popular theme parks, with an emphasis on the Disney parks. Dufresne, I hope I'm saying her name right. We all know her. Claimed that guests were already distanced within their seats and midway through the first act of the animatronic show when the ride has come to a halt. There she is. Yeah. You guys know her. She's been on my show. She's awesome. I knew she was down there. What are the odds? I personally thought the ride broke, and I saw other guests many seats down from me also looking around when the PA system announced to the guests to please put their masks on. The ride started up again so quickly that it was likely the cast member may have seen the guests begin to take off their mask and then put it back on very quickly. So I'm excited that I know her. That's fun. So this has happened to me before on the show. It's been Nick from Magical News Live. Our people are down at Disney a lot, and we're bloggers and we're vloggers and stuff like that. And she's great. She blew up on YouTube. She was good. She's been really good. I actually really, really like how in depth she goes in her videos. But she blew up during COVID doing, I don't know what I'm talking about. I think it was Disney workouts. I think it was HIIT, HIIT. Look at my belly. I'm not a workout person. I don't know. Actually, we had her scheduled to come on the show and talk about how she blew up on Instagram, but she had some scheduling issue, and I haven't got back to it. But anyway, interesting. I did not know that would be about her or find her quoted. An investment thing, a lot of Disney Plus stuff coming, lots of new merch. I did want to mention this, Park Hopper options coming back to Disney World. Again, this is everywhere. This is from WUSF. Doesn't matter. I just like to give credit where credit's due.
That's not till January, though, right?
Park Hopper option returns to Disney parks in the new year. Disney Park Hopper option. Hold on, let me clear that. With some caveats on January 1st. Disney will allow guests to hop between parks again in the new year. The company says the move will allow them to continue to manage attendance in a way that allows for social distancing. Only guests who have purchased tickets or annual passes with Park Hopper benefits will be able to hop between parks starting January 1st. In a statement on the Disney Parks blog, the company says visitors must take reservations at the park where they'll start their day and visit the park first. And again, you can get more information at Disney Parks blog about that. It doesn't bug me. Like, we're going to be down there and we're not going to probably go in the parks too much. When we were in California, we'd park hop because, Disney California Adventure is just not that big. And you can really do both parks in a day. If you know what you're doing.
Well, we had annual passes, so it wasn't like we were doing everything because we were only there once. We were there several times a week. Yeah. We always hopped back and forth.
Yeah.
Sometimes it was just to go over to get a certain snack we wanted at the other park because you can just walk.
And I say that because I've never considered us park hoppers in Disney World.
We're not.
Because the parks are bigger. Like, it's a full day. I guess if we did Animal Kingdom early on in our trip, I could see doing another park that day. But generally, when we're done with a park, generally we either go to the resort and then do something there, or we go to the resort and then get cleaned up and then go to Disney Springs or somewhere else. That's normally how we do our day, which kind of is park hopping, I suppose. But my point in all of that, saying all that, is I don't really see the need to park hop in Walt Disney World like I did in California. I don't know, what am I crazy?
Well, I mean, if we were there all the time and had annual passes, we would probably park hop.
I mean, why? I guess my thought is,
you check out your favorite thing here and then run over and check out your favorite thing there, and then if you're looking for
I guess that's true.
shopping,
Yeah, you can just hop on the monorails or the bus. I mean,
Yeah.
You're right. It's never bugged me that much. Like when the first year we went to Orlando, I think we did get park hoppers, and I remember thinking we didn't need to.
That was crazy.
We didn't need them.
No, and we did like 5 parks in 4 days or something. It was crazy.
Well, yeah, we did, and then
insane.
We did, yeah. Well, we didn't know. We hadn't seen anything,
We didn't know,
so it was all new and exciting. That's for sure. Because even seeing the Magic Kingdom, even though it's like Disneyland, it's different. So that was amazing. But then there was 3 brand new parks to us, really 4. And then we went on the last day to Harry Potter Land and Universal. And my daughters are Harry Potter nuts, so that was huge.
Mm-hmm.
And that's 2 parks to do both of the Harry Potter things. We didn't see hardly any of Universal outside of Harry Potter.
We didn't see any of it.
And I remember coming home thinking, I'm tired.
Yeah.
That was boom, boom. Well, and we didn't have a break day. No, like we do it very differently.
Right.
Because of that.
It's totally, we do it opposite now, where we have like 4 break days and 1 park day.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 park days.
Yeah.
There's too much other things to do.
Yeah. I feel like, if you just told me I had to spend a whole day at the Poly, yes, please.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. I haven't even been to the Riviera yet. I've done very little of the boardwalk. Me and you and the kids and Mom and Mark hung out at the boardwalk for the first time. What, 3 hours worth? Mm-hmm. Like I would like to do that more. I've not hung out. I went in to use the bathroom at Abracadabra. You know why? I wanted to see it.
It's cool.
I can make myself go potty. Cool. I wanted to see it. And we got some ice cream and we had a dinner. But I haven't done the piano bar. I haven't done. There's so many things we haven't done. We
were going to rent the bikes next time too. And
yeah, you guys. I mean, I'll do it.
That'd be fun.
I don't know, but
your mom and I thought it would be fun.
I'll strap a GoPro to the baby or something.
Yeah, totally.
But anyway, I don't know. I'm not that. My point in all of this is I'm not that big on the park hopper thing. But I'd like to hear from the locals. I mean, you guys who are in Florida, you guys use it. I'm sure more than I feel like we would need to. I feel like it would mean that I missed out on the resorts. Like when I come home from the last 3-4 trips we've made, I'm like, I didn't get to see, and it's about a resort.
Right.
Like last time I didn't get to see the Riviera. I still haven't been on the Skyliner, right, which we missed out on. It was
broke down.
And so if I could spend a day in the Riviera, if I could do the Skyliner, maybe do a Skyliner, crawl. I mean, there's so many resorts I haven't seen. I haven't done anything in the Grand Californian. I haven't done anything in the Contemporary. I want to do that. Hey, Tobin, what's going on? Jelly Rolls. Exactly.
I saw Jelly
I haven't
Rolls.
been in Jelly Rolls. I feel like I need to go to Jelly Rolls just to like do a video to my Diz and That friends. I need to like sing some diva song.
You should.
I should. I know people that do that to try to see all of the fireworks. Oh, that's true. Love and Disney World House. What's going on, my man? Good morning to you. Hello, all. You're never late, and you're never allowed to be sorry in my chat, but I appreciate being here. We're coming to it. Let's see what else, other news. And again, anybody who's here for the first time, I appreciate it. Please smash the subscribe button. I actually lost 4 subscribers yesterday. What the heck?
Oh, wow.
Was it my personality? Disney Plus shared some Easter eggs for National Treasure. This is kind of fun. Looking for some Easter eggs from the Deseret News. I always try to give credit where credit's due when I remember. Looking for some Easter eggs for the National Treasure franchise. A lot of people don't even realize National Treasure is Disney. Disney Plus has some details. Disney Plus recently shared a new video that offers a behind-the-scenes look at the National Treasure film. By the way, I love National Treasure. Yeah, I love U.S. history. I love history, but I love U.S. history. And I'm still mad at the Virginians that won't, the NIMBYs that wouldn't let us have the American Adventure Park out there, but that's a whole nother thing. Speaking of Elisa, she did a great video on that. I think that was her. Hope that was her. Anyway, the series reviews films from Disney's past, showing off new Easter eggs and clues that you might have missed. The video's YouTube description reads, "Behind every movie is a behind-the-scenes story to tell." Join hosts Kenneth Brown and Marcellus Kidd as they share fun facts and little-known details about National Treasure, now streaming on Disney Plus. Now, I have not watched this video yet, but I will. It sounds a lot of fun. There have been mumblings that a new National Treasure project is on the way, though it remains unclear what the project will be like. National Treasure 3 film is reportedly in the works for Disney, which he wrote about for the Deseret News. This would be a direct sequel to the original series. There's also talk that National Treasure will get a Disney Plus show
Oh,
The
that
film's
would be fun.
producer, Jerry Bruckheimer, recently said that Disney Plus series is further along in development compared to the rumored National Treasure 3. So it sounds to me like there's a chance that we get a TV show on Disney Plus, not a movie. And we've talked about this on the show, and we're going to come to an end on the show here shortly. But talking a little Disney business, they're absolutely going to be putting 10-to-1, 20-to-1 effort into creating things for Disney Plus versus for the movie theaters. Movie theaters aren't dead. They're not even dying, but they're certainly a lot smaller and will not be.
Right.
Coming back to
people still aren't really going much. So.
The numbers are the numbers. I mean, I will say AMC stock is almost back to normal.
Oh, that's good.
Yes, it is, because we have some. But it's not going to be the same. Now, people will still go. It's going to be a generation or two before they're gone. But Disney Plus is where Disney is going to put their creation,
their new stuff,
dollars and product. I think that's it. Anything else? Should we go look at any more news? Or, by the way, we should talk about where E2 is. She's not here.
I know, because her parents are rude and took like Thanksgiving break from school. So we got her yesterday because they had stuff to do. So I was able to get her. Today they were like, no, we'll keep our baby, thank you. And so we don't have E2. We'll see her Thursday, but I don't have her today or tomorrow.
You want to know what we're going to talk about tomorrow?
Sure.
It's impossible to be positive because you never know what's going to happen. But there is some news, including Taylor Swift folklore concert film to come to Disney Plus. Are you kidding me?
Filming that. Yeah.
I know a couple daughters in my life that will be excited. Taylor Swift is bringing an intimate concert film for her latest album, Folklore, exclusively to Disney Plus just in time for Thanksgiving. That and some other news might be on top of what we talk about tomorrow, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. We're going to be personally going into the office today, doing a little work, checking in on the staff. I hinted to people before, we're giving somebody a raise. She already knows it, but we're going to give her new job description, her new title, and we're going to talk about our Christmas party.
I'm like, Christmas staff party.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. Hey, Dad Bills, what's going on? So today's going to be a work day where we really get to do some neat stuff, and then some boring clerical stuff, and then we're going to come home, and then honestly, it's Thanksgiving. I'll do some work from home tomorrow. We're not going in tomorrow,
no.
Right? So it's kind of a half day today that's all positive and good. Put out some fires if they come up, but my point is, 'tis the season to take a nap on the couch, and I'm excited about it. What are you guys?
We have to build the couch.
I got to put up some Christmas lights, man. I got to get Christmas.
Yeah. There's a lot to do.
We have a couch in a box. Have you ever had a couch in a box?
We have a couch in pieces in a box.
It's a good thing that you're married to a very, very handy guy.
Yeah. So I'll be building that later, and then we have to move out the old stuff.
Yeah.
So it's not really a day of rest for us.
Well, we're going to work.
Right, but
so you mean when I get home, I have more work to do?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was going to be a fun day.
It will be.
I think that's all. Anything else you want to say to people before we tell them to have fun storming the castle?
We'll see you in the morning.
This week I promised to say this every day. I'm thankful to you guys. I'm thankful if it was your first time you've ever been here. I thank you if you're a long-time member. Some members of the channel have been members for over 6 months now. If you're ninja watching, if you're in the shower, if you're listening, if you're commenting, if you're here at all, even if you're one of the dislikes, I had quick story.
You do create dislikes.
I mean, that's right. Lynn and I have a show on Sunday night. Please check that out, Creator Talk Live. It's where we talk about this crazy thing that is creating on YouTube, and I've got lots of ideas for that coming for the new year. I'm excited about that. Working on the website, dolewhipdad.com last night. Lots of things. DisneyCreators.com is a thing. It's going to be rolling for 2021. But anyway, Lynn and I we do finish our show, right? It's like an hour show. Then we usually talk for 10 minutes to an hour afterwards, just having a good time and catching up or whatever. And she said, so what's up with all the dislikes? And I honestly hadn't even looked. And I had 6 dislikes instantly.
Hey, they're watching your stuff though.
No, they're not.
They watch it to
totally
dislike it. You think they just go on and click dislike?
And then they sign out and they sign back in onto their other,
Because
they actually have.
She hasn't been doing that anymore, so it's not.
My daughter. No, they actually have troll accounts that they just do it. Like when you get you'll get 23 people oh my gosh, what am I doing wrong? You're not doing anything wrong. They're just a lunatic who is obsessed with you. You know who you are. But anyway, it's kind of fun. I kind of like it. You have 0 guys, do your job. Hit the dislike button. I used to tell people it doesn't matter. It actually does. It helps the algorithm. Now I think it's negligible, but people who are smarter than me have sworn, even when I've said, come on, it's not helpful. It is. I think it's BS. It does not matter. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to say thank you to you. Love every single one of you. Again, from the members to the people who showed up for the first time today. If you've watched 10 seconds of the video, I'm amazed that you spent any of your time with us. It's an honor, and I'm thankful. So, and I'm thankful for you, and I love you.
I love you.
All right, so go do something awesome. Save me some pecan pie because I'm coming over.
Brittany said she's making one for you.
Did she?
Yep.
I didn't hear that.
She's gonna make one. Well, because we were talking food, you weren't. She's gonna make a pumpkin and a pecan.
I don't care about pumpkin.
I know. That's why we have to have the pecan.
It's pretty overrated. You know why?
Pumpkin's
I can
amazing.
prove it's overrated. Ready?
It's the best.
Nobody has it except for like 3 days a year, maybe 4. It's not that good.
It's good.
It's overrated. All right. That's it for today. Have the best day ever. Have fun storming the castle. See you tomorrow, same time. Also tonight, welcome home to DVC show. The world premiere of my co-host. He's been on the show before. I've already announced it. If you don't know, you don't know. You need to be here tonight. 10 o'clock my time, 11 o'clock Eastern time, other o'clocks, other places. I'll be tired.
Yep.
I've been getting tired early.
Yep.
All right.
Your o'clock is earlier now.
Joe, I love you. Thank you for all you did. I would love to get a selfie with you someday. If you're watching the show, I'm pretty stoked. That's pretty cool.
That would be fun.
All right. And even if your name's not Joe, I'm glad you're here too. All right. I'm leaving.